Okay, so we have changed phases, moved on to the next one. This really is around getting the sink and gas in, tidying up the bits that don't quite work on the van after having used it, this door, which was all kind of done, ready to go, won't work because we need the access space. So we're now just doing this kind of thing. It was nearly finished, as we hadn't done the resin in between. But what we're going to do is we are going to still use the same technique. As you can see, well, you might be able to see in the garden, there's one of them over there for the worktops. I've just painted the decking again, so I can't actually go out there and show you properly. And then that's going to come in here because it's UV cured, so just needs to sit here for a while. And then I am doing this one, which is the big one, which is horrible because of course nothing fits. So yeah, here we go. I've got started over here. I also want to do some work with the awning. So I've decided an awning is increasingly important. So I'm going to go and fight that later on as well. I was also trying to pack to go on holiday. I've got sawdust on Slane's bed. Damn. So this is the stage we're waiting to get at. And I put the UV resin, which is horribly sticky, into the pot. I just use a paintbrush. This is the state of the other one. It's not quite dry and needs a second bit of a coat, but the gaps aren't too big on this one, so Batman's a different resin to go into the gaps because it won't get any UV. There we go, coat number 1 on. Now to try and stop it dripping everywhere. Right, on to fitting stuff on the van. So the worktop, I'm going to try this one first. It's been resined. I can't be asked to find a way to do between the gaps. It'll be fine. I'm going to put an awning up, and I've got a light bulb. In van plan progress, we are now trying to fit a shower curtain arrangement to the back. So we currently have a shower curtain. It's a bit windy today. A shower curtain here on an extendable pole. And Triss is holding the other shower curtain, and I've got 2 clips to make this work. We've already decided that there's no getting naked in the shower. It's going to be far too exposing. Another clip. This is probably going to work, I'm sure. Or just go to a campsite with showers. Goodbye. So, also have got the awning up, which is here, yay. And the other bit we are just working on now, which is taking forever, are getting the worktops in. So this is the one we're working on at the moment, just having to do some dremeling because when the hinges engage and this lifts up, it currently lifts it. So it is covered in Dremel dust currently. But it's looking alright, isn't it? Oh, you're so pleased, look at that little face. So yeah, it's doing alright. Then we've got some, you can see how we made progress putting knobs on these, and then the drill ran out. So we need to put a lip in here onto this thing. There should be a little lip just to stop the pans flying out. And then we've got little locks to put on here because we've gone to having this blind because a door didn't work because all our stuff usually goes here, and we realised thankfully before we did it, it wasn't going to work. We are now at the stage where we're considering avoiding blowing up the van. Or flooding it, though flooding is much less of a problem than blowing it up. Probably. Right, well, I start a job in a couple of days, so I have to hurry this up now. I want to take it away Easter. So, and I also want to get this sink in properly. So, obviously it fits now. Wayne is helping with the electrics, which we've got to this stage. And I popped this down to the garage because I needed a hole banged in it, which I thought it was best to get a professional to do. So yes, here we go. So there is now a outside vent. So, okay, this is temporary, but it's what I've got for now. This is going to be our gas locker. So I'm going to cut a hole into the bottom to match this eel, so it can vent freely. It's got a tight fitting lid, which I'm going to put some rubber around, and then it's going to sit in here. I'm going to screw this to the floor carefully, because we know the fuel tank is around here somewhere. So that's just going to get me to the point where I can then, under here somewhere, where is it? There is a steel pipe, here it is. Is that the steel pipe? Yes, there is. So there's a steel pipe underneath here, and that I then need to just just pop the gas in. So I need to do some pipe work, but it's very similar to plumbing, so I have great hopes after my radiator success I should be able to do this. And then yeah, I'm seeing Wayne next week. We're going to finish off the electrics, which allows me to put the final panels in, which usually sit behind the sofa, which is why you don't see them. And I've got some things to do here. Look at these, look. I am very pleased with these knobs. So yeah, now I've got a blind in here. I just need to be able to fix the blind to the ground and stop these things from flying out. And then we have got a working version. Oh, and probably need to stick up the light, which has escaped. Well, to be honest with you, I could have cut it bare, but it's in. It's got some sealant around it, so the gas can still be up here. I just need to double check if I need to put on any kind of lift so it does ventilate. I can get it out quite easily because the intention is not to leave it in the van. I've got some chocks on this end to hold the whole thing in place, as well as the screws. So time to get on with the other bits. Got to this stage now where the van where shortcuts are going to be taken. And so this here is just to stop these things from flying out when we're driving. Obviously we've only got a blind here to stop it. But what I did then discover was the other end won't fit on here. Yeah, that's just not going to fit. So I think the bar out like that should stop it. So I'm just leaving it there. Whatever. There we go, that's better. And the blind's all tidied up as well. Oh, I've still got a cough. I have gone camping to test the rig. Unfortunately, it was one of the coldest days in February last night, so we were definitely below the minuses, so I'm actually pretty cold. This band though is pretty good, to be fair. So once in the duvet it was alright, the panels and stuff insulate well enough, but it is cold this morning. Anyway, ignore anything you might see in here that might be airsoft related. It's airsoft, don't worry about any strange stuff you might see. I don't think there's anything too contentious, but just in case, just to explain why I'm actually out here as well as testing the van, I thought I'd do it as a role-playing event. So yes, anyway, got the seats. I put some carpet in, so I'm actually sat on a bit of carpet because the seats are leather, and it's really cold. So there's the toilet. The toilet is out of its case, so at night we bring the toilet to here. We can wrestle the toilet in the night, but you know what, when you really know you're not going outside because it's minus something, it's fine to have the loo there. Very sanitary, got our food on top of it. Bin is a revelation. Having a bin that's small and easy to be accessed is great. Carpet down, again a bit of a lifesaver. It's provided some insulation this morning. And there you go. So, oh, my wallet's just fallen out my handbag. These boxes here hold this part of the bed up, because we've got struts down the rest of the bed, but this side obviously we've got the door, so we can't do that. We were going to extend this and put like a leg in, but you know what, these boxes work just fine, so I think we might just keep the boxes. They're useful for well, we will be putting clothes and other food and stuff in there when we think about things a little bit more than this one, where literally this trip has been toss everything in the van and go. Give you an idea, this is the headroom that you've got. It's a decent crawl actually. You've got a decent amount of space to be able to crawl in there without banging your head. There was only one incident last night where my bare back touched the roof, and I did squeal like the cold person I was. But yeah, it wasn't too bad, to be fair. I got my little curtains up. We did invest in a bigger curtain thing for the front, which is fine as long as I'm with somebody. If I'm a single woman, we have to go back to the original one, which is the thing that sits on the inside, because it's an emergency. I need to be able to drive it without getting out and fighting whoever's trying to break into my van, because hey, that's the great world we're in. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. I'm going to have my coffee and then get my gear on for today. But yeah, alright actually.